have released videos and they do track a person through a building and then headshot them. And the audio is so bad they can't play. Yeah. Either the audio works or something else is going on. Hello and welcome. We're going to discuss what's been happening in Tarkov, the fact that some people think there's a wipe coming, and also when the most likely wipe will be. Now, as you can see up there, we have the roadmap that was released, and not even one of them has been hit. So, all the people doing the is there a wipe coming? Is the event due to pre-wipe? It's just rubbish. It's clickbait. It's trying to make you worry or stress or just they're pretty much just out of content and they don't have the imagination to come up with it. So, but yeah, as you can see, there is, and if you want that, that's on Twitter, on BSG's Twitter. 13.05 is the first technical update, which we haven't had. Based on everything, probably get that next month. Then the Unity, and then the 13.10 will probably be, so what's that? That's April, no, April. June will probably be the 13.05. Then July, August will be the Unity transition. And then that might, at the end of July, we might get the 13.10. Now, depending on how they're going with the content, I believe, now no one knows, anyone stating that they do, unless you're one or two, which seem to be pretty much what BSG's keeping happy for some reason. Pretty much no one has a clue. I believe the 14.0 won't be until at least October 15 if they have it finished. Now the wipe should come with that content because one, the amount of people that will come to do the content versus amount of people that will have gear and have been playing the wipe will be uneven, and all the new people get slaughtered and not want to play. So that content can't come without a wipe. But I think that it will either be October, around early October, or for December. Pretty much, unless BSG wants to throw it in and have it like guinea pigged by those who are already playing the wipe, it won't be before October or December, depending on how much they've actually completed of that and how many bugs come up from integrating a new system. Now, as far as the event and everything happening in Tarkov, the event is Fence wants us to give goods of random variety, and once a certain amount of goods are handed over or a certain amount of people die on the map, that goes away. So each day, if you want to play for free, you just got to wait. And until enough people die on the map by the looks of it, because there has been fees for entering. Generally, it's goods ranging from 50k to 130k. So if you don't want to pay that, it is free for early levels. I don't know what level that is. If you are one of them, do comment. I'd say 5 to 10. Level 5 to 10 would be the grace period where you don't have to pay. But otherwise, you're paying in initial 50 to 130k by buying the stuff. Obviously, if you find the in raid or crafted, it's different cost. But generally, it's costing you that. Now, why? I believe it's because they were more or less forced to by certain content creators and community members to put the labs key card on the fleet. So the economy just went crazy and skewed, and now there's a bunch of people with farming key cards or had key cards, and now they're just selling them off or have sold them off, and the economy's screwed. So they gotta fix that economy somehow, and pretty much forcing you to buy the ingredients to actually play is probably what they're doing. Now, as far as what people want BSG to do, generally it's the maps to be force you to go on it all at whatever time. That's just lazy people not wanting to grind the challenges, mainly content creators. Obviously normal people have the same issue, but generally it's content creators that are pushing that. You got more XP per kill for certain different bosses or whatever. That's so you can level up quicker, which means less actual work and less playing to get to the level, which is good, except they dropped it because people were farming it. So the people want to go back and farm the bosses instead of having to play and do all that. Again, content creators are pushing it more than normal people. And a couple of other changes that people want is to do with the ping and playing with other people and making it easier to play worldwide. Generally, the people that are saying that don't have an issue playing around the world. The only thing I can think of increasing the ping is allowing easier backtracking, which, if you don't know that, that's a real massive problem in shooters. It's where you can shoot someone where they were and it counts because of the ping difference. It's cheating, and you can get it naturally by having a high ping. Obviously, you can manipulate it and cause it to happen every time, but it's a natural process that actually happens with high ping. You've probably seen it, felt it, killed by it. But yeah, no one should be asking for allowing higher ping. That's sus. And then obviously the keycards got allowed more people to go to labs more often, but it'll be the same people going to labs. Everyone else be selling their cards by the looks of the amount of cards that are up for sale like daily. The same people are going to labs. And with this event, I have found a lot more issues and a lot more sus deaths, so-called sus. And what I mean is, it seems like there's a bit of a desync issue going on. Now, it could be that a lot of people come back on because of all the rubbish about a wipe and trying to get people back on so they can just kill them. And yeah, the servers can't handle that massive amount, but it seems like there's an issue, so do be careful. And also there's some weird spawns. I'm not sure whether it's got to do with the event or anything, but player scavs are spawning with PMCs. Just within the last half an hour before I did this, I spawned, I ran in factory, I ran to the door, checking the area. A player ran across the screen who spawned in the spawn spot ahead, ran down, I shot, killed. He was a player scav, not a PMC. The next person I shot, who had also moved and got into position and was hiding, was a player scav. Now, I don't know whether this is to do with the event or something weird's going on, but there are player scavs spawning at the exact same time at the start of raids. Maybe on the shorter ones like factory, maybe on a longer one, you might have to deal with player scavs 5-10 minutes earlier instead of like halfway-ish. But yeah, there'll be player scavs, and then, excuse me, and then PMCs hiding in the corner like usual. I actually had one where Tagilla was on the map. I got him because he ran at me and I just shot and he went down, luckily. But a couple of players somehow avoided him who was running around the whole map. So I'm not sure if they spawned late, hiding in a corner, or something weird was going on. But yeah, spawns seem to be weird. So just because you see a player spawn and run, don't think they're a PMC. Especially if they're undergeared, they're probably a player, but not a PMC player, a scav player. Now, to recap, most of the content creators who aren't creating content, they're making stuff up and saying, oh, I can't play, the game's so terrible, and then making content. Or, oh, the audio, I can't play, or, and then making content on the Tarkov. Just being lazy, creating content to make money without actually putting any effort in. There are others that have released videos and they do track a person through a building and then headshot them. And the audio is so bad they can't play. Yeah. Either the audio works or something else is going on. So, as far as the roadmap, the technical update that is first on the roadmap has not happened. So the wipe is nowhere near, so the content creators should be quiet. Who are trying to make that discussion talk because they want to wipe, because they are that bad at making fresh content off the top of their head. Now, as far as time frame, I believe October, early October or December. Based on things either that day or so before or a couple of days after Christmas. Get that marketing side of it for Christmas and New Year's. So anyone who actually plays will actually get an advantage because they won't be partying, they'll be playing. But their birthday is October 15th. So if they've got the content finished, I believe that's when they'll drop it and wipe it. Now, if they're not finished by then, and we haven't had the second update, the 13.10, then I do fear for how bad the community will get. Because a lot of the top content creators will be complaining 100 times more than they are now. And the negativity around the community will just be amazingly bad. So they do have to watch out that maybe contact some of the content creators that are being so negative and tell them to cut it out, because they're making money off playing Tarkov whilst just pretty much trying to destroy BSG and reputation for clickbait and everything. So it's sort of biting the hand that feeds you sort of thing. And it's, yeah, you're making a bunch of money off playing the game while saying the game's unplayable and BSG is useless. So it's like, maybe be quiet. And then playing and the event, do be careful. There's some weird spawns. There's players coming back that might be on an alt account, so they don't really mind if the account gets taken away. I'm sure you can see where I'm going with that. There might be people coming back because they believe there might be a wipe, and they don't care anymore. And they'll just buy a new account for the new wipe. But any comments, any suggestions, anything like that, stick them down there, down the bottom. and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.